Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're zeroing in on a symbol that is an absolute game changer for Vietnamese manufacturers. We're talking about the prestigious FM-approved certification. If you're out there manufacturing building materials, fire protection equipment, or industrial electrical components, and your ultimate goal is to land those high-value international projects in the US, the EU, or major global infrastructure developments, well, you really need to understand this mark. It's literally the key to unlocking those doors.
So here's our game plan for today. We'll quickly cover 1. The FM-approved Diamond Mark, 2. FM-approved versus ISO, 3. The industries that need it, 4. The global business advantage, 5. The 5-step certification process, and finally, 6. Your path to certification. Let's dive in. Okay, we've got to start by addressing a really common blind spot. A lot of manufacturers kind of operate under this misconception that just having an ISO 9001 management certificate is the ultimate golden ticket for massive global contracts. And don't get me wrong, ISO is incredibly valuable, but when we're talking about high-risk environments and critical safety infrastructure, buyers are looking for a totally different level of assurance. For those projects, ISO alone simply isn't enough. Which brings us to Section 1, the FM-approved Diamond Mark, the true gatekeeper for high-risk environments. Now this mark, it isn't just another sticker you slap on a box. It carries immense prestige. We're talking about a staggering 135 years of pioneering fire protection and loss prevention testing by Factory Mutual Laboratories. Originating all the way back in 1886, FM Approvals is part of FM Global, which is one of the world's largest industrial insurers. So when you see this mark, you are looking at over a century of absolute dedication to preventing property loss. To push that global safety forward, FM Approvals has developed over 200 rigorous technical standards. And what's really fascinating about this, and kind of rare, honestly, is that unlike a lot of organizations that monetize their standards, FM Approvals actually makes all of these uniquely available to download for free right on their website. They are entirely focused on elevating global loss prevention. And that sheer dedication has led to a highly exclusive database. To put that into perspective, today there are over 52,000 approved products globally listed in their publicly accessible approval guide. If your product makes it into this guide, architects, contractors, and facility owners around the world instantly know it's going to perform exactly as expected, even in the most extreme conditions. Moving right along to Section 2, FM approved versus ISO. Understanding the crucial technical difference. This really hits the nail on the head when it comes to the stark contrast between the two. Think of it like this. ISO 9001 certifies how you manage your company, your operational quality. FM approved, on the other hand, focuses entirely on specific product safety and performance. So while the evaluation for ISO is mostly a document and operational review, the evaluation for FM approved involves absolutely brutal physical testing. We're talking fire, explosions, extreme weather testing, plus a rigorous factory audit. The end result? ISO gives a certificate for your business, while FM gives the diamond mark for your specific product. They complement each other beautifully, but they absolutely do not replace one another. All right, Section 3, industries that need it, where the diamond mark is mandatory.
Let's dive right into these specific categories. If you're manufacturing fire protection equipment like sprinklers, valves, or pumps, or if you make building materials, insulated panels, or fire doors, you are in their prime territory. It also covers roofing systems, which, by the way, are tracked in a specialized tool called RoofNav. It even covers industrial electrical equipment, aligning with ATEX and IECX standards for explosive global environments. And nowadays, industrial cybersecurity. If your products fall into any of these safety-critical categories, the FM-approved mark is basically the common language of absolute trust. Next up is Section 4, the global business advantage, why the rigorous investment pays off. So here's the so what of it all. Understanding the tangible business benefits of securing this elite certification. Yes, for sure, it takes time and serious resources. But earning this mark acts as a VIP passport. It unlocks massive international project bids that explicitly require FM-approved materials. And here's the real kicker. Because FM Approvals is part of the insurer FM Global, using these products drastically reduces risk, which can actually lower insurance premiums for the end users. It creates a massive, undeniable competitive differentiation between you and any uncertified rivals. Section 5, the 5-step certification process, navigating the technical gauntlet. So how do you actually pull this off? Well, it's organized into a 5-step sequence. Step 1, you submit a request with highly detailed technical documentation. Step 2, FM Approvals outlines a proposal and test plan for you. Step 3, and honestly, this is the heavy lift. Your product undergoes that brutal physical testing, which typically means sending samples to their Boston testing facilities in the US alongside an initial factory quality control audit. Step 4, if you pass, you get the rights to use the mark and you're officially listed in the approval guide. And finally, Step 5, ongoing surveillance audits, usually twice a year, just to make sure you're maintaining that elite standard.
Once you pass, you need to know there are extremely strict communication rules. You literally cannot just put FM in your company name or website domain. Instead, you have to be incredibly precise. You must state the specific product and the exact standard it passed, like company ABC's fire door is FM approved per approval standard FM 4100. It's highly precise, and trust me, it is strictly enforced. But here is a pretty severe warning you need to keep in mind. The FM-approved certification applies strictly to the exact tested configuration. If you change a component, swap a material, or alter the assembly process even just a tiny bit, you cannot just assume the mark still applies. Actually, scratch that. Any slight modification triggers a mandatory review or full reapproval. Consistency is absolutely everything here. Finally, Section 6, your path to certification expert guidance in Vietnam. Navigating this highly technical process definitely sounds daunting, right? But you absolutely do not have to face this gauntlet alone. By leaning on expert consulting and training services, you can properly prepare your technical dossiers. These consultants will conduct a gap analysis to pinpoint the exact FM standard you need. They're going to train your R&D and QA/QC teams, run pre-audits to ensure your factory is fully prepped for the FM investigator, and even provide ongoing change management to keep your certification completely intact over time. The great news is that dedicated local partners are available in Vietnam right now to serve as your bilingual technical bridge throughout this entire testing and certification journey. They're not just translating the language, they are translating the complex engineering requirements. We're talking about expert organizations like ISC Global, their Vietnam representative Duc Lung Services, and SDCVN, also known as Staunchly Vietnam. They provide the full, end-to-end consulting, training, and documentation support you're going to need. They ensure that when you box up your samples for Boston, and when that auditor eventually walks onto your factory floor, you are 100% prepared to succeed. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Look at your operations. Are you prepared to elevate your manufacturing standards, completely separate yourself from the competition, and finally, unlock the world's most demanding, high-value projects? If your answer is yes, and you are truly ready to take your Vietnamese manufacturing to the global stage, reach out to these expert consultants today. Begin your journey toward global manufacturing excellence and go earn your diamond mark. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.